You know, when I just did the video about the whole bride and daughter of Discord thing, one of the things I mentioned there, excuse me, one of the things I mentioned was season 3. Um, in case you guys don't know what season 3 is and why it's spelled the way it is in the title, as well as in probably the thumbnail that you might see, that accompanies this video, is because season 3 is a project that's been going on for the past decade or so, if not more than that. That's basically a project that's created by the fans. It was initially introduced, as far as I know, and initially introduced to a lot of people, like I said, as far as I know, through the Fans United for SatAM website, FUS. Or FUS SatAM, I think, or SatAMsonic.com. It was introduced to a lot of us by that. It was just at the beginning, and it still somewhat is today. It was mostly a webcomic continuation of the series, because basically, in case you guys don't know, the series did not get a proper conclusion. Basically, it ended essentially on a cliffhanger, and confirmed by the late Ben Hurst himself. The cliffhanger would have been acknowledged in the season 3 he wanted to do by letting us know that the glowing red eyes at the end of the episode, at the end of the final episode, were Nagus, who we got introduced to in the Void episode, which to me was the prelude to the whole Doomsday Project saga. Point is, we never had a proper conclusion, so fans for years kept working on an idea of how to give it a proper conclusion, to kind of answer certain questions, to kind of help, resurrect or kind of help keep Ben Hurst's ideas that he had for season 3 alive, and implement them into the story. And for a while, they were doing good. Everybody enjoyed the webcomics and stuff. Everybody was really behind it. Then, several years ago, there was an announcement by people like Lauren Blue and a few others that they were working on a project to animate season 3, to kind of take what they had made into a webcomic and fully animate it. Maybe not in a Disney-ish like style, or in the style that you saw in the SatAM cartoon, but mostly animated in a sense that's like, yeah, this could be something that a streaming service like YouTube, Netflix, Amazon could pick up on, and maybe even Sega would be like, yeah, we're cool with that, go ahead and do it, we'll support it. So they worked on it for a while, and I think they even had some animations done that they showed to the likes of Ian Flynn and several others. Unfortunately, something happened behind the scenes, and the animation portion of it was dropped. It wasn't until recently, as of yesterday I should say, that I noticed one of the Facebook groups that I'm a part of is the Sonic SatAM group, or Sonic SatAM 25th anniversary group, and they shared a picture from the season 3 group. The season 3 group. Well, actually, I am part of the season 3 group on Facebook now that I think about it. But anyway, they shared, one of them, I think it was season 3, and the Sonic SatAM 25th anniversary group, both shared this poster that said season 3 animated. And I'm thinking, well, what's this about? So I look on it, and I find out that the project is back on. That during the time that it's been kind of on the back burner, the people behind the series initially have been in contact with certain people that have decent backgrounds in VA's voice acting, getting voice actors, people to do voice acting together. They've been able to get in contact with those kind of people, been getting in contact with illustrators, artists, some background artists, animators, stuff like that. But they realize that even though they've gotten in contact with all the right people and they're now taking the right appropriate steps to possibly finally get this off the ground, the one thing that they're lacking is money. They've even mentioned that there are some animation studios that are interested, not probably major ones, but some kind of like flash animation, web animation studios that are interested, but what they lack is the financial resource to kind of make this happen, to kind of get those studios behind them, or get the studio they need to help them bring this to life. So that's why I'm here. I'm here to kind of encourage you guys to make this happen. Now they have 6 tiers. The highest tier that they have on Patreon is at $500. Now some might say that's kind of ridiculous and all that. That's true. But there's a lot of awards to go with that. One of the awards that goes with it is you can have an OC that you create voiced by you in the series or in the background. Maybe having a scene with Sally or Sonic or whoever. So they have several different level tiers from $5 all the way, like I said, to $500, if you can afford that at all. But mainly the goal in the long run with this Patreon page now that they've created is to get the financial backing they need to pay the studio that might, to pay the studio or studios they may work with to get this animated, to give the artist a place to, animate, draw, maybe submit the animations and everything to get them, to become reality, to get them fully, animated to a point that I could see maybe the longest running of an episode being at 15 or being at 11 to 15 minutes. Kind of, in a way, the way I see them doing this, and again, I'm not totally sure on it. It's just a guess, in my opinion. That if everything works out in their favor, and I believe it will, because they're taking the right appropriate steps to make it happen, and they're finally getting a page, or they're finally getting something that can financially help them out, because, how else are they going to get the money? I could see them maybe settling on distributing when it's all said and done, or when things when things end up getting going, I should say. I could see them probably distributing 11-minute animations, like 11-minute shorts. In other words, kind of break it up into 11-minute chapters, like not a full 22 minutes because that might be a little too much, but do it at 11 minutes and probably release them at intervals. In other words, release them every few weeks or every month or so. So you can give the animators time, you can give the voice actors time, the people doing the voice acting, I say time. You can give people plenty of time if you release them in intervals, like sporadically, like every month or every few months or every few weeks. So I definitely see maybe them going down that path to where the end result will be animated chapters, distributed that have a runtime of 11 minutes, and mainly the distributing of the episodes happening every few weeks, maybe every month or every few months. But I hope they do get this finally off the ground, because I've been a fan for a long time, and I'm among a lot of those fans that want to see a resolution happen. I want to see a fully animated or semi-fully animated conclusion to what should have been a decent conclusion a long time ago. Because to me, there's no reason, honestly, that they should have canceled Sonic SatAM. I mean, I stick by what I've said before in the past. Dick Entertainment and Sega should have shopped the show around to the other networks. I'm pretty sure CBS or Fox would have been glad to take it. But anyway, that's all I want to say, guys. I want you guys to support this. Go to Patreon, Google it, patreon.com. It's season 3, and choose the tier you want to choose. I'm not saying this because I'm being, because I'm being paid to or anything. No, I'm saying this. I'm doing this as a fan. I'm doing this as a fan, so you guys can, check it out for yourselves and decide, like, if you can afford it, what tier you'll be able to donate to help this become a reality. But that's about it, guys. Let me know what you all think down below. Thank you all for watching, and I will talk to you later. But please give your support for this. If you're a fan of Sonic SatAM and you want to see a proper, fully, if not semi-fully animated conclusion, here's your opportunity. So let me know down below. Comment if you like, and I'll talk to you all later.